Welcome to Secret Spirits Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar edition number 5, 2018. And that's about it. I've already had my warm-up dram. It was Famous Grouse. I've got a full glass of water. I've got a clean glass. Let's go. Oh, here we are. Day number 11 we're looking for. And there it is right there. So second from the right and second from the top. Get that open. There it is right there. Right there. Second from the right and second from the top. Not going to look at the label. Going to come right over here and going to try it out. Okay, well, here it is. I got the sample. I got the glass. Going to open this up. It's probably going to be a tight one. Not as tight as most. Okay, they're a little bit inconsistent, but that's all right. Pour this all in here. Put the bottle sideways so that it will drain the last few drops. And let's have a look and see what we got here. Oh, slow moving legs on that. Slow moving legs. Not the slowest, but they take their sweet time going down. Lovely to watch. Lovely to watch those drops racing, not to be first to the bottom. Um, Fruity and spicy so far. May have noticed that there weren't any of those little bubbles around the ring. I wonder what that means. Now let's see. Spicy again. Allspice. Allspice, steak spice. And I was getting a somewhat fruity note earlier, but that was like pears. Now the pears faded out and they're coming back. Now the spiciness is fading a bit, but it's still there. Spiciness definitely from the wood. I'm getting sawdust note too. So I don't know if it's wood, if it's spice, if it's what. It's hard to tell. It's a bit indistinct, but it's there. The spice is quite strong. This is probably another one of those high ABV bourbon barrel or ex-bourbon barrel Highland or Speyside. Single malts, bottled in excess of 50% alcohol by volume. They seem to like giving us those in this advent calendar. We only had one heavily sherried whiskey, but quite a few of this type. It's good because I enjoy this type of whiskey. When I wasn't into sherry at all and was not feeling like going for peat, it was this style of whiskey right here. You can tell it's quite a light color as well. It's like a straw, maybe a bit of gold, straw and gold. This is probably not colored and not chill filtered, and it's most likely cask strength. If it's not cask strength, it's close. I could keep nosing it neat forever. Now the spice is fading. Pears. The spice is fading just like the peat was fading on that Isla Dream or whatever it was called. The one that I guessed was which one was it here? This one here from Creative Whiskey Company, and they call it their Isla region. The spice here faded as quickly as the Isla peat did on that one. Not getting any of those harsh spice notes anymore on the nose. It changes as it goes. Trying to get more out of it. Trying to get some pear out of there. I'm not getting so much pear now when I exhale into the glass, but maraschino cherry. You know, those cherries that are marinating in that sugary sauce, in that sugary liquid, that syrup. Not much else I'm getting on the neat nose. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to take a small sip, and I'm going to let you know what I'm getting. Oh, there appears to be a lot more going on now here on the palate. Lots of fruits. Pears. There's the pears and there's that maraschino cherry note again. But at the same time, there's allspice, all on the sides of the tongue and down to the tip. Excuse me, I just had breakfast before doing this. Don't want to be tasting whiskey or drinking whiskey on an empty stomach. That was an interesting first sip. Let's go for a second. As usual, on the second sip, that spiciness is not quite as strong, but it's making its presence known. Tingling on the sides of the tongue, mouth-watering. Very agreeable so far. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Those notes of pear and maraschino cherry are just delicious. There is the allspice around the sides, but the tingling could also be from the high alcohol content. I'm going to add a little bit of water, just a bit. Well, maybe that was a bit more than I wanted to add, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to get what I can out of this. Still got nice slow legs on there. Maybe we'll get some more on the nose and on the palate this time. Oh, now that I open my mouth a little bit, I'm getting more. Getting marshmallows. Marshmallows along with my pear. Spice is all but gone. Nothing spicy on the nose at all anymore. Pears and marshmallows. Not getting any of that cherry note anymore. I have squeezed everything out of that nose I could. With some more water, or with some water, I may have put a little bit too much in. because now I'm getting a little bit of white pepper and something fruity but indistinctly fruity. It's like generic fruity, light fruits. Like indistinct now. I can't say that it's apple or pear or what. Not a lot of complexity here, at least not that I'm getting. If there is complexity here, my taste is way off today. A bit of a creamy mouthfeel. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try giving it a little bit more water. See what that does to it. That'll probably kill it even more. This is a delicate one. Rather delicate. It's probably not that young because of that spiciness that would come from the wood. And whatever fruity flavors, they're not very, shall we say, robust. They're not very youthful and exuberant. They're kind of muted and sort of blurring into each other. I had trouble picking out more than one or two fruity notes at a time. Am I getting any more marshmallow? Some pears again. Not much else. Not a lot going on here. Same as before, a little bit of indistinct fruit, a little bit of spiciness, white pepper, and the finish. The finish lingers on. It's light white pepper fading slowly into dryness. So this may be old, this may be cask strength. Now I'm getting pears again on the nose. Yeah, this is probably a Highland single malt. I can't pinpoint which one it is because so many of them are similar. There's Altmore, there's Diluin, there's what's another one that had a similar profile? Dalwhinnie? I don't know. I know a Dalwhinnie 15 had more nose and taste than this. Well, what is this? The last drops out of that bottle into that glass before putting the cap on. It says here, Wenyss Malts, delicious burst, blended malt Scotch Whisky. And it's only bottled at 46%. So that's why it faded so fast when I added water. delicious burst. Well, it doesn't say what. I know it's ex-bourbon barrels. It's probably old ex-bourbon barrels that aged the whiskeys that went into this. This is maybe good for beginners because the flavors are not that strong and the nose is not overpowering. Sometimes you need some of those whiskeys that, this may be just the right thing for someone, but for me, I like bigger flavors. This is pretty subtle. It's great for beginners. Here's an introduction to whiskey. Try this. That'll work. Well, until the next one, that was number 11, hwve.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.